The Nittany Lions and the Buckeyes, a rivalry born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. He's got him. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. give out of the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Downs. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
Well, this guy has exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Pulls and fires complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. Really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. They get to him as he throws.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
They leave the offense on the field on this 4th and short from the 40. They'll send the back in motion. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games.
Brings into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Penn State 14, Ohio State 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Snags it over the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Man, this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane, and you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it inside the 10. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Snap it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but...
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. It's Allard. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Two of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Vanderbilt. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. There he goes! Smashes through the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness. toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
After that last completion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Allard. Finds the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Ross. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Going to swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Martin. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Nittany Lions will snap it on first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quickly to the tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Oh, he dropped missed it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Buckeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Tate. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. With the catch, it's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
To the air, it's Sayin. Quick strike complete. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. He wants to change this route. Off play action. Floating away. Lets it fly. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And right down the middle. And after the extra point was good, it's even Steven here in the second quarter. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Allard. Flips it out to the back. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
They'll throw on third and short. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. State sends the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive on? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
The short hands, it's Saunders. At the 20, he's got space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Allen. Touchdown, Penn State! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. They'll try to add another to their lead.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's down. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Flushed out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, and not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Still running at the 40. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Makes the grab. It's Tate. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They're going to run it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be changing the route. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Trying to pull his way in. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. UCF is in front. They've played awfully well today, and while there's no Dante Culpepper out there, this group is hanging tough.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Dinkins. Makes his man miss. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Aller. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Caught behind the line. It's Saunders. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Grab behind the line. It's Dinkins. There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back. But look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pulls it in now. at the 42. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
2nd down coming up. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Trying the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
To throw, it's Sayin. He rifles one deep to the left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. We saw it right there in that play action attempt.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Here comes the heat. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. The short hands. It's Smith. Past the 45. At the 35, he's loose. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Using his legs, it's Jackson. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Quarterback making checks. Motion from the back. Back to pass. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Turning it on. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on 3rd down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the 3rd down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat. The linebacker gets a little bit too excited. He then puts his foot in the ground, cuts back to the middle. It's an easy pitch and catch, and they get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground with the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll run this play from the pistol. Handoff to the single running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.